Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so in this video today guys, we're going to be comparing whipped cream to buttercream using Russian ball tips. Yeah, so Russian ball tips have been like the in thing online right now. So we're going to be using three different colors, basically yellow, orange, two different colors, sorry, yellow and orange. And then we're going to be comparing the difference when you're using whipped cream and when you're using buttercream. Okay, so this is how this comes in its pack. I bought it about 3-4 months ago, but I never really got the time to shoot this video. So, and it comes with this coupler thing that like has like 3 attachments where you can do 3 different colors at once in case like you're looking for, you know, multicolored pipings and stuff. And it has 7 different piping tips. Yeah, and then it has 4 piping tips that do not have a hole in the middle. They kind of have like a closed middle, but like 3 different ones that have a hole in the middle. Yes, can you see what I'm talking about? Let me zoom in a little for you guys to see. Okay, so guys, it also comes with this silicone piping bag. If you know me very well, you know I'm not going to use silicone piping bag because I like my life to be easy. I prefer to use like the disposable ones. They come in a bag of 100 and like you can just use them and throw them away. Basically, you don't have to wash and rewash. So if you're looking to buy the easiest tools, I have links for you in the description box below for my easiest favorite tools. Okay, so if you're looking also to make this really stable whipped cream without gelatin, I'm going to put the link right up here. It says click on me here, click on that. You can make this really nice whipped cream that you don't have to, you know, put gelatin in. Okay, so the first thing we're going to be using 2 tips for this tutorial and comparison today. The same tip, but one is going to have a hole in the middle and the other will not. So this is the one without the hole in the middle. And then to make it easier and for you guys to really notice what we're doing, I'm going to color it yellow. So we're going to start by coloring this one yellow. And this is like the stiff whipped cream. So today guys, I'm going to show you guys the difference between like using, if your whipped cream is stiff, would you get a good result or a better result, or if it is not as stiff, like would the result be better? We're going to be comparing all of that today. And also we're going to be comparing the difference between using it with whipped cream and using it with buttercream, when buttercream is stiff and when it is not very stiff. Okay, so this is our whipped cream that we already colored, and this is the stiff consistency. And then we are going to be starting with the piping tip with a hole in the middle. Yes, that's what we're going to be starting with. So we're going to like put it in our piping bag and then pipe so you guys can see the difference. Okay, so most people pipe like an upward downward movement. So that's exactly the same thing I'm going to be doing today, like up and down, up and down, up and down, kind of. That's what we're going to be doing. So let's see the difference. Do you prefer piping like this, or this is the stiff whipped cream, and you can see how stable and how well it comes out. And this is the one without a hole in the middle for more cream to come out. So this hole is kind of too gaping for me. I feel like the hole in the middle is a little too big. Yeah, if you see. Yeah, so the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be using the same piping tip, but we're going to thin out this cream a little bit. And how we're going to do that is by taking some of our every whipping cream and then adding it to this, so it can be a little bit a little bit thinner, not as thick as the first one, so we can see which one we prefer. So like, would you like to pipe this with very stiff or not so stiff buttercream, whipped cream, I mean, which one is better? So we're adding about half a tablespoon or 1 teaspoon of cream on whipped cream into it, and then we're going to stir so that thins it out a little bit. And then we are going to stir it really well until it is combined, and then we're going to transfer it again into the same piping bag, and then we are going to pipe and see the difference. Guys, if you notice the difference and whichever one you prefer, please let me know in the comment section below. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So where's my piping tip? We're going to transfer it right now, and then we are going to pipe. You don't need to change the piping tip, you can still use the same one. Just make sure like you take out all of the cream in the piping tip initially so it can be empty, so you can like have a fresh start. Okay, so now we've transferred the cream and now we are going to pipe. So let's see the difference. This is the whipped cream that is not so like so stiff. So let's see. Yeah, this one comes out a lot more easier. And okay, I think I prefer the ruffles on this one. It has a little bit more character than the first one. So I put a chocolate ball in the middle of the first one and it just sank. That's because the hole in the middle was too wide, like it was a gaping hole. I don't think I like that. So for this one, I think when comparing the very stiff to not too stiff, I think I prefer not too stiff because it has a little bit more character. The ruffles are a little bit more, the ruffles are not as defined as the first one, but I think I prefer it overall. Okay guys, so now we're going to try the buttercream with the same tip that has a hole in, that has, yes, the same tip that has no hole in the middle. So this is a tip that does not have a hole in the middle, but we're going to be using buttercream this time. And this buttercream is very thin, like it has a very liquidy consistency, not very stiff. That's the one we're going to be starting with. And then I already colored it yellow, and you know when you color Swiss Marine buttercream yellow, it kind of gives you this pastel colors, whether you're using yellow, green, red, blue, like the colors it gives you are pastel because the base color is not originally white. Okay, so and if you want the recipe to this amazing Swiss Marine buttercream that is very easy, I'm going to put a link right up here. It says click on me. Yeah, click on that. So for this one right now, we're going to be starting with the tip that does not have a hole in the middle. So we're going to be putting that in our disposable piping bag as usual, and then we'll pipe and see. But for this particular one, I want to do like a side to side movement. You know, for the first whipped cream one that we did like an up down movement for the piping. So now this one, let's do a side to side movement and see the difference. I'm not exactly sure I like this, so let's give it another try. I think this is a little bit too droopy. Yeah, it's a little bit too droopy. When you compare it to the whipped cream counterpart, it's a little bit too droopy. Okay, so now let's try the second tip. This is the same tip basically, but this one has a hole in the middle, so we're not going to have a gaping hole, and then we're going to try with whipped cream just like we did initially for the first one. Okay, so now I already colored this whipped cream orange. I added some pink to the yellow, so it gave you like a peach orangey color. So now we are going to pipe, and this is the stiff whipped cream. In this one also we are doing stiff and then not so stiff. So this is the stiff one, upward and downward movement. Yeah, if you notice for this one, there is no gaping hole like the first one, and that's because the piping tip has a hole in the middle. If the piping tip has a hole in the middle, it is going to fill in that space that is supposed to be gaping with some cream. And so when I added my chocolate ball to it, it didn't sink like this one. So I think I prefer the tip that has a hole in the middle to the tip that has like a closed middle kind of. So we're going to thin out this cream a little bit, just like we did the first one, and then pipe. So like we did the first one, we are piping one with very stiff whipped cream and the second one with not so stiff whipped cream. So that's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to transfer this whipped cream after thinning it out a little with some cream into our piping bag, and then we are going to pipe again in the same upward and downward movement like we did the first one, and then we're going to see which one we prefer. I think I prefer the one that is not so stiff. Which one do you prefer? Please leave me a comment in the comment section below and tell me which one you prefer. So now I'm putting some chocolate balls in the middle and it doesn't sink in. I think I prefer the one with not so stiff because like it has more character to it and it is a lot prettier and easier to pipe. Yes. Okay, so now that we're done with whipped cream for stiff and not so stiff and closed and open mouth piping tip, so now let's go to our buttercream. So for this buttercream one, we are going to be trying the tip that is opened at the end, and then we're going to be trying it with some orange buttercream as well. So I already added some red to this, so give us orange. So now I am going to pipe, and this I'm piping with this buttercream that is not so stiff, and this one has a hole in the middle. So let's see, side to side movement or up and down, whichever one you prefer, they both work. I think I prefer this with this buttercream that is stiff. This is like a stiffer buttercream, like it has more character than the first one. The first one is a little bit too droopy for me. Okay, so again we're going to put some chocolate balls in the middle just to, like, you know, make the flower pop and everything. I think for buttercream, I prefer the buttercream to be really stiff, and for whipped cream, I don't want it to be too stiff. I want like just a light consistency that is not too stiff. So And for the piping tip, I prefer the piping tip with a hole in the middle as opposed to the one with a closed mouth in the middle. So whichever one you prefer, please let me know in the comment section below. I hope I didn't bore you, I didn't confuse you with this video and my explanations. So this is buttercream by the right and this is whipped cream by the left. Can you see the color difference? And you can see the different, like one is kind of more fluffier than the other. The whipped cream is fluffier than the buttercream and it has more volume and stuff. Okay guys, so that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoy this video, and if you find it useful, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for always, and I will see you in my future videos. Bye.